On the 7th of September 2013, the Twitter account @CynthiaBoyce tweeted their first ever tweet. Pink is the flavour, solve the riddle. To the untrained eye, this may just seem to be a series of random words, but those of us with taste will recognise these as lyrics from the Beyoncé song Blow from her 5th studio album, Beyoncé. But what's the big deal? It's just someone tweeting a lyric from a Beyoncé song, right? Well, yes. However, Cynthia Boyce's lyrical tweet, having been posted on the 7th of September 2013, was posted 3 months before the Beyoncé song was even released. This random Twitter account had seemingly predicted the future of pop music. And it didn't end there. On the 6th of November 2013, a month after the Blow tweet, Cynthia tweeted, "It's not that I don't want to love you, it's not that I'm really over it." These are the alleged lyrics to the Lady Gaga song Brooklyn Nights, and I say alleged because this song was unreleased at the time and is still unreleased to this day. Cynthia also shared an additional 4 tweets, each containing accurate lyrics to the unreleased song, before finishing with #BrooklynNight, confirming that's where the lyrics were from. But even with the hashtag, Cynthia Boyce's tweets gained 0 traction, presumably because at the time they were shared, they just looked like aimless ramblings. Over the next year, the Cynthia Boyce account continued to post mysterious tweets sporadically and successfully predicted the lyrics to the songs It Should Be Easy by Britney, First Love by J-Lo, as well as the alleged lyrics to an unreleased Kylie Minogue song titled Voodoo, which reportedly didn't leak until 2 years after Cynthia's tweet. However, it wasn't until the 13th of October 2014 that Cynthia made what, in my opinion, was their biggest prediction ever, when they tweeted just 2 simple words: blank space. This was tweeted around 10 days before Taylor Swift unveiled the track list for 1989 and revealed that track number 2 on the album was a song called Blank Space, which would go on to become one of the defining songs of the 2010s and of Taylor's entire career. And at this point, if it wasn't already clear, Cynthia's tweets were far more than just a coincidence. Since Cynthia's account was created, there have been other divinatory Twitter accounts appear on the site that have quote-unquote predicted future events, such as celebrity pregnancies, election results, and great British disasters, down to the exact percentage. And it's theorised that these accounts are able to be so accurate as they tweet multiple different tweets about the same scenario, e.g. Hillary wins, and then delete the tweets where they were incorrect, so it appears to a future audience like the account was correct time and time again and are the modern day Oracle of Delphi. There's also apparently been an infamous football account to do the same thing, but who gives, really? However, I find this tweet and then delete theory extremely unconvincing and unlikely in the case of Cynthia Boyce, because unlike the UK leaves the EU tweets, the probability of Cynthia just mass tweeting random sentences and one just so happens to be a Beyoncé or Gaga lyric from the future is practically impossible. And if we set aside the possibility that Cynthia is the descendant of Mystic Meg, RIP, the most likely scenario is that Cynthia was some sort of insider who had some level of access to music prior to its release to the public. But I do think the crystal ball theories are much more fun. The Cynthia Boyce account tweeted a few more times over the months that followed their blank space tweet. However, the account remained undetected and looked like any other Twitter user that was just tweeting random words to quite literally no one. Which reminds me, follow me on Twitter. But Cynthia's seeming prophetic powers weren't going to go unnoticed forever. On the 31st of May 2015, a series of posts began to pop up in pop music forums from users who had noticed the Cynthia Boyce account and their mystical ability to share song lyrics of the pop girls prior to the song's release. Discussion: mysterious Twitter account spills the tea. These forum posts highlighted the account's previous tweets and how, with 2015 eyes, it was clear that the account had been accurately posting lyrics from songs that were yet to be released for several years now. The cause of Cynthia Boyce's newfound publicity appeared to have been due to 2 tweets that the account had made on the 28th of May 2015, 3 days prior to the account's popularity surge, which people believed to have been lyrics/hints at a future Katy Perry song, with one of the tweets ending #KP4, presumably meaning Katy Perry's upcoming 4th album. That's if you exclude Katie Hudson. Cynthia had made these tweets shortly after the release of Taylor Swift's Bad Blood, and as rumours of an alleged feud between Taylor and Katy Perry were circling online, some users speculated that the lyrics that Cynthia was sharing were from an upcoming response song to Bad Blood. This song never materialised, but it appears that rumblings of one was enough to get some pop music fans onto Cynthia's account, and thus have the realisation that this random doll, like doll as in a small toy model of a human figure, not like the dolls, had been predicting the future of pop music for the last 2 years unbeknownst to the world. And speaking of the doll in Cynthia Boyce's profile picture, having traced this image back, I found that the doll is actually a fan-made needle felted craft of none other than Taylor Swift, which was shared on the website Absolute Cute Crafts back in 2014. An image of this same Taylor Swift doll was later shared in a 2015 news article about Taylor Swift and Etsy, and it is likely this article that Cynthia took the doll's image and uploaded it as their profile picture prior to gaining Twitter's attention. The doll that predicted the future. Kind of. Following the surge in attention the account was suddenly receiving, some users expressed confusion and disbelief as to how Cynthia could know these lyrics before their release, and others called Cynthia a witch over their supposed fortune-telling gifts. Users also began to speculate as to who could be behind the Cynthia Boyce account and analysed the tweets Cynthia had previously posted to try and narrow down the group of suspects, although to little avail. It became a common theory that the person behind the account was some sort of music engineer, and that's why they had insider access to these tracks prior to their releases. And in July of 2015, one Twitter user claimed they had found the sound engineer behind the account. However, this was quickly discarded as the theory seemed to be hinged mainly on the fact that this sound engineer was also called Cynthia, and the likelihood that someone would risk their job to leak this information whilst using their real name to do so just seemed incredibly unlikely. Some other theories regarding Cynthia's identity did sprout on Twitter, with some users joking that because Cynthia's first tweet was a Beyonce song, that it was Beyonce on a secret account, and one user even theorised that rather than Cynthia being Beyonce had actually stolen the lyrics from Cynthia's tweet. And just to clarify to both the audience and any future judge in a court of law, that tweet is a joke. Love you, B. After seeing Cynthia's unblemished track record for accurately sharing insider information about the popular pop girls, fans started to ask Cynthia for information specifically about their favourite artists like Demi Lovato, Rihanna and Ariana Grande, whilst some just wanted more information about the artists that Cynthia had previously covered, like Gaga. Cynthia did not answer any of these requests directly, but the account did continue to share tweets about currently unknown music, and since having been discovered, Cynthia appeared to post insider tweets more frequently. And although these tweets frequently correctly predicted song lyrics to both released and unreleased songs, it was around this time that some of Cynthia's predictions became a little bit iffy. In a series of now deleted tweets posted by Cynthia in July of 2015, the account shared what appeared to be lyrics of a new yet to be heard Lady Gaga song, and hinted that the song was called Diamond Ring. Now, for those unfamiliar with Gaga's discography, as of recording, Gaga has never released a song titled Diamond Ring, nor have those lyrics ever appeared in a song of hers, presuming that what Cynthia tweeted were song lyrics. However, interestingly, on Gaga's 5th studio album Joanne, which was released just over a year after Cynthia's tweets, there is a song on it called Diamond Heart, and although it does not contain any of the lyrics that Cynthia shared, the title, Diamond Heart, is said to be a reference to an engagement ring that Gaga had when she was engaged, as it was a shape of a heart and was a diamond. Diamond ring, diamond heart. So perhaps, in Cynthia's defense, the song title, Diamond Ring, was an early version of the song that we now know as Diamond Heart. By October 2015, the Cynthia Boyce account had gained over 3,600 followers, and on the 9th of October 2015, Cynthia Boyce tweeted, "Every day is a holiday," before the account went on a hiatus. Sort of. Many of Cynthia's tweets have been deleted, and from the Wayback Machine we can see that after this tweet, Cynthia did continue to tweet, but in these tweets the account does talk about going on vacation and a hiatus. So, for the sake of this video, in October 2015, Cynthia Boyce disappeared. While the account was MIA, the Everyday's Holiday tweet came to fruition and turned out to be a reference to a Katy Perry Christmas song with the title Every Day is a Holiday, which was released in November 2015 and was featured in a H&M advertisement. And it wasn't until the 19th of May 2016, over half a year later, that Cynthia Boyce returned to Twitter by simply tweeting the word moon. Following this comeback, Cynthia continued to share tweets as they had done before. However, these newer tweets were more cryptic than they had been previously, with Cynthia often just tweeting a single word, a few emojis, or just posting a random picture of Taylor Swift. But in spite of the enigmatic nature of these tweets, Cynthia Boyce continued to prove that they did have insider knowledge, or mystical powers, as on the 31st of May 2016, Cynthia tweeted the word Rise, which was the name of a Katy Perry single that was released over a month later. Cynthia Boyce then went on another short hiatus in June 2016 to then return on the 10th of December that same year to tweet a single emoji of a fish. This was followed by 2 tweets on Christmas Day that simply said bloody face and done. In the replies and quote retweets of these tweets, many Katy Perry fans frantically asked Cynthia to confirm that the tweets were referencing Katy Perry and her upcoming music or album. And then on the 29th of December 2016, Cynthia tweeted the number 3, and when asked whether the tweet was referring to days, weeks or months, Cynthia confirmed weeks, 3 weeks. Cynthia then, in response to a Katy Perry fan asking about new music, tweeted that her favourite track on Katy Perry 4, her yet-to-be-released album, was track 9. From this series of tweets, many Katy Perry fans assumed that Katy Perry's new album was done and there would be new music from Katy in 3 weeks' time, so around the 19th of January 2017. But then, less than an hour after these tweets, Cynthia tweeted, "Guys, I'm just kidding." Or not. Bye. After this, Cynthia was accused of trolling by some, and others just seemed to be over the account in general with their new yes, no, maybe cryptic approach to leaking information. And despite having somewhat successfully been predicting the future of pop music for over 3 years at this point, with their dedicated followers travelling to their account from far and wide across the internet seeking answers to questions about their faves, it soon transpired that Cynthia Boyce had bitten off a little more than they could chew when it came to the KatyCats. Now, disclaimer, it is difficult to decipher what exactly went down in Cynthia Boyce's final moments on Twitter, as several tweets have been deleted and are unarchived, as well as the fact that stan Twitter accounts have a tendency of getting themselves suspended, so there is some information missing surrounding Cynthia's downfall. But from what I was able to piece together, on the 29th of December 2016, several hours after Cynthia's suspected Katy Perry tweets, the account tweeted this mysterious image with no caption. The image appeared to be some sort of back garden patio area of what seems to be a very nice house, covered in snow, with the image having been taken from a balcony or some sort of deck. In the replies of Cynthia's tweet, people expressed their confusion as to what the image was hinting at. "Girl, what you doing?" One user, presumably believing it was Cynthia's home, tweeted, "Cynthia's getting paid, because it's a very nice garden." Another user speculated that it was an image from the set of a music video, and some speculated it had some link to Katy Perry's future releases, which Cynthia had been tweeting about that day. But unbeknownst to Cynthia, this would be the photo that led to their downfall. Only 6 minutes after Cynthia shared this image, a now private Twitter user quote retweeted saying, "Caught. This is from Tony Gardner's Instagram. It's his mountain home." The user also shared a link to an Instagram post of the image that had been shared on the 17th of December 2016 on Tony Gardner's Instagram page. And for those unaware, Tony Gardner is a makeup and special effects designer who has worked on movies like Hocus Pocus, The Addams Family, and several of the Chucky films. Cynthia had cropped this image of his back garden and made it slightly blurry before then tweeting it. Now, from here, as I said before, things are a little vague. The image wasn't completely non-Katy Perry related, as Tony Gardner had previously previously worked with Katy back in 2014 on the music video for her song Birthday, and also transformed her into Hillary Clinton for Halloween 2016. However, it appears that with the source of the image having been exposed as not Cynthia's own image, nor was it explicitly Katy Future Projects related, as fans felt Cynthia was attempting to imply by posting it that day, it appeared that fans no longer considered Cynthia a trustworthy insider. Seemingly in response to the tweet that revealed where the image was actually from, Cynthia tweeted a series of tweets. "Okay BB, dumb and in response to a now removed tweet, "Thanks BB." This removed tweet must have referenced or involved the expose Twitter account, as they replied, "Welks." The account also went on to tweet, "Who knew that I would finish 2016 by ending at Cynthia Boyce?" And although the details of Cynthia's fall from grace are cloudy, what we do know is that following the events of the 29th of December 2016, Cynthia Boyce was over. At Cynthia Boyce, "'Twas nice while it lasted. You're a fake insider." At Cynthia Boyce, leaking Katy Perry 4. Cynthia over. Cynthia then abandoned the account and has not been active since, and Cynthia Boyce's final tweet was the "Thanks BB" tweet that the account posted on the 29th of December 2016. And despite having seemingly lost their credibility over the events that transpired at the end of December, some Katy Perry fans held out hope. In January 2017, some Katy Perry fans started to theorise that Katy would soon release new music to take attention away from Trump's inauguration, and Trump just so happened to be getting inaugurated on the 20th of January 2017, which just so happened to be around 3 weeks after Cynthia Boyce had tweeted 3 weeks. But when the inauguration eventually sludged its way around, the KatyCats anxiously held their breath, but Katy Perry did not release a new single nor a new album. Cynthia Boyce had been wrong, provided that the fan interpretation of these tweets was correct. And with that, the final nail was hammered into Cynthia's cryptic woolen coffin. Lied. Katy didn't release anything today. You're over. At Cynthia Boyce. At Cynthia Boyce. What happened? Katy didn't release any song. I hate you, bitch. To this day, the identity of Cynthia Boyce has remained a mystery, and although the account went out with a theatrical, erroneous KatyCat-induced bang, for the most part, Cynthia clearly had some accurate insider information. Even after Cynthia went inactive, some of their previous tweets were subsequently proven to have been true, when songs later allegedly leaked, and the lyrics allegedly matched what Cynthia had tweeted. Allegedly. And despite being quite a niche internet moment, the fleecy legacy of Cynthia Boyce's mystical ways does live on amongst stans, and is still sporadically mentioned on Twitter. Not Cynthia Boyce's sister, I'm this old, but perhaps Cynthia's biggest impact is having created a Pavlovian response in some stans by conditioning them to always think of this doll whenever they hear the song Blow by Beyonce. Pink is the flavour, solve the riddle. Please be aware that all the information about unreleased music I mentioned in this video was gathered from secondary sources, and I have no involvement in the distribution of these tracks, nor was I involved in the collation of the alleged insider information that the Twitter account Cynthia Boyce was sharing. Special thanks to @RainThierry on Twitter for recommending this topic to me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one in the future.